RY Zen 15 I just finished. Main, semi-main. That was amazing.
That was insane.
Well, this is just a reaction video, though. Yeah. Where should I start? But honestly, I was most interested in Shed Reef. That's really it. Yeah. Shed.
Fu, you know.
Sure, right. Shade Fu, new car farm. Yeah. First member. That's right.
Probably. But it's increased a lot.
Isn't that right? In this match, you know, before there were about 2 people. I wonder if it'll keep growing. Well, but I thought we would win. Yeah. I mean, I thought we'd win in a one-sided way like that, especially that quickly. I think it was about 30 seconds, around 30-something seconds. Yeah, that was just too strong.
That's how I saw it. But isn't Shaydulaev really strong on the ground? Yeah. That's why Korasunik is great with his strikes, cuff kicks, and kicks. So I thought the real fight would be on the ground. Take him down and pound. I thought I'd land some shots or maybe get a submission, but then I hurt him with a straight punch and finished it just like that.
That's how it felt. Yeah, that's right. I actually have a vivid image of that Khabib-style ground game. You know, making Kubo go down like that with a flying shot. Yeah, that's right. So his striking is just really good too. Yeah, how should I say it? He's especially confident in his striking. The way he throws his strikes. He really steps in hard, you know. When you watch Kolshunik's powerful straight in slow motion, you can see he's really punching through. Trying to stop right here.
And then, well...
No, really. Up to this point. I see. Right at the point where you go in at 100% yes. And that step in is fast. And even when you step in, it's good. His timing is amazing. Kolshuniku is really skilled. I'm Sheriff Futo here. Are you going around? Right? Yes. Approaching from the outside with good timing and landing a straight punch. That's why I can't hit from here. Oh, so I just go straight like this. He can also come in from the side. So, to some extent, that's also Kolshuniku's mistake, but still, I see. Well, his footwork is fast, and he really goes for it. Yeah. I mean, he's a top athlete after all. Well, I figured he'd come in that far.
But I guess he didn't. That's pretty surprising. I mean...
That just shows how deep the distance is, right? I mean, before the scene where I played that down, it was already soaking wet. That's what I said. Yeah. For those watching, it's like, whoa, I guess that's probably how it feels. Yeah. That's like going all in, 100%. Yeah. Usually everyone tries to keep their distance and land a strike, right? If you don't, you'll get tackled. Everyone knows and backs off. But if you step in this far, go for a straight punch. Even when I say straight punch, I mean this right hand. Yeah, but well, how should I put it? His striking isn't exactly textbook, you know? Maybe it's not, but he definitely has a sense for it. And he's skilled, plus he commits 100%. That's where his striking power comes from.
I think so.
Right at the end.
1 shot.
2.
Having that kind of power, having it all.
It almost feels like cheating, but the skills are strong too. Why are his strikes so effective? It's because everyone is wary of his ground game. If you told him to do this in a kickboxing match without using it,
like this
development likely wouldn't happen. I see. Yes. But that's exactly why you really know how to make the most of your own strengths. Yeah. What I really think is a player who's a bit more easygoing. I think someone who can join the UFC and become a champion is exactly who I'm talking about.
15 fights, all wins by finish.
Shoo, that's amazing, right? Especially with the Crable and Korosnek. And he's finished them all in about a minute or less, right?
Yes.
Well, he also got an arch data point. Yes. He turned Kubo Senchu into a hamburger. Well, that's kind of the most obvious thing, though. Yes. But it also feels like something's missing. In RY Zen, there are no enemies. As for Karmofu, it's number 1. But you think Shirura would win, right? Yeah. And before the match, Mirai Asakura also said he wanted to have a title match with Shirura before the fight. Yes, that's right. On Twitter, Kurisu Neku actually predicted he might win. That prediction was made too. I see. So what I think is he probably expected it to be a close match like this. And I think Mirai Asakura was hoping to see some of Shirura's weaknesses or flaws exposed in that situation, right? Yeah, but we didn't see any of that at all, and I don't think I'll do it. Yeah, I think I'll just decide not to do it here after all. That's the direction I'll go. I feel like there's a bit of a gap here that can be seen, and the kickboxing strikes are really good too. Yeah, that's true. I think he was trying to time it well here, aiming to get in and set up the match.
And
He wouldn't do it, and even if he did, he wouldn't have a chance to win. Yeah, even a Sashin, no matter how stupid, would get this.
right? I mean, Mirai Asakura can't beat CLF. Why are we talking about Asakura again?
Is it wrong to eat up the scene or something? On the contrary, I actually want him to hype things up. But we also need people who believe Mirai Asakura can win, even a little. Yeah. That way, I can cheer for F with a good feeling. Yeah. As a chef. Yeah.
So you mean there's no chance of winning? Like how?
I was honestly wondering how he could win, since it's not like Mirai Asakura is weak. But CLF is just too strong. Way too strong. People like that really stand out, you know. What's going to happen? Will Mirai Asakura really do it? I've been saying this for a while, right? I've always said absolutely not going to do it. Really. Even before fighting K-Able, I've been saying this.
I've already said it. Mirai Asakura is absolutely not going to fight CLF.
That's what I mean. It always happens in times like this. The scene always comes true. But if, for example, Shelroff gets hit by calf kicks here, or he takes knees and body shots and then a high kick.
If that high kick had landed, I definitely think it would have been over. I really think so.
Rather than showing weakness, he revealed even greater strength. So Hiramoto also says that only I can beat him, but that's exactly what a fighter should say. After all, if a fighter doesn't believe he can win, it's basically the end for him. But nobody really
Can beat him. Nobody can stop him.
It never becomes a real match. If you want to stop him, you have to come here first. I think everyone would agree after seeing this match.
He aims for a shot while backing away.
Throwing punches like that won't work. The other guy will land hits.
He'll land his hits first. That's what I'm saying. The other guy will hit first.
He'll strike first, so it's nearly impossible. You have to start over and face it directly. But still, even for Kubo, it's hard to get in against such a tall southpaw, and it feels like his left can be matched too. He can match the high kicks too, and there's also the straight. That's why he can fight like this as a southpaw. People tend to drag things out a bit, you know. When it comes to striking, it's definitely easier to circle like this, right? Yes, I call it the opponent's weak side. The opponent's weak side is the outside of your lead hand. Yes, when you take the outside of your lead hand, you can put pressure on them. He has to rotate and chase after you. Yes, if you go this way, you can just land your shot like this. I see. As a southpaw, you can always circle to the opponent's lead, to their weak side, to the weaker direction. In that sense, he's the kind of fighter who closes the distance like this. Well, looking at Shella, no matter how you see it, he's definitely not tall, right, as a featherweight. So to some extent, he has to step in and close the distance.
If he stays far, he can't shoot or strike.
To land his strikes, he has to close the distance, and that's when he moves to the weaker side. Since he's a southpaw, it makes things a bit more difficult, especially with things like the guillotine or grappling. But
Even if I step in once, my right can still land, you know? Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of how it is, but, well, in that sense, Mirai Asakura is a southpaw. It feels like there's a chance, you know, a real chance. Honestly, it's 99% shell and 1%. That's how I want to think about Mirai Asakura. But if I say all this stuff about how it probably won't happen, and then it actually does, seriously, Mirai Asakura?
I have to respect that. It's amazing to think about fighting him, but still.
In a way, Mirai Asakura.
That's just like him, isn't it? The fact that he's going out there to challenge.
Well, NBA?
Member, huh? Well, but giving up, well, originally Osada.
Came from there, right? From that kind of under, and then just straight to the top. Yeah. Well, a star, that's true. That might be something you walk, right? This is a challenge, or rather, yeah, it's a challenge. Is it really a challenge? There are different ways to see it. For example,
Ashizawa is making his debut with Ota Shinobu.
that match. Can you really call it a challenge? Well, I get what you're trying to say, but taking a fight you're clearly going to lose. People say it's admirable, they respect it, but I don't really see it as manly. So honestly, if it were me, I think Miku could beat Sheila. Facing a challenge with that attitude is impressive. I respect him as a fighter, that's all. But honestly, I think everyone can pretty much guess how it's going to turn out. I mean, you can picture it, right? Yeah? That's why I don't think it'll be decided, but I really hope it will be. That's what I think.
Intention.
Well, I watch it from the morning, for example. If Hagawara beats Kyokun, the probability of that happening is probably pretty low, but then what if Hagawara and Mikuru have a rematch or something? Yeah, that's right, like that. I think Karamov and Sharov will probably fight on New Year's Eve. I'm curious how this will end. Yeah, what will happen? I've been calling them out for a while. That's what I mean, and I think we have no choice. Asakura Mikuru's fans are so dumb, no matter what excuse I give. But since they buy it, my opinion doesn't matter.
I think I can handle it smoothly as usual. So I just feel like this is kind of interesting. Well, but Asakura Mikuru...
If Asakura Mikuru says he'll do it, that's impressive. Wouldn't that get everyone excited? But the reason it gets exciting is because there's a chance. So you have to promote that well. That's where Mikuru Asakura comes in.
The fighters...
Fans can get on board. If they do...
Well, it might get exciting, right? Well, for example, even experts, everyone, after all, that's the interesting part. Even experts, even Mikuru Asakura.
Have to say there's a chance.
You have to say that. It's just being polite.
Damn.
It's a culture, this consideration. People say that, I see.
When it comes to that, well, I think the promotion will end up being really exciting. No, but for example, if it were 10 years ago, in the era of television, well, 20?
Years ago, maybe it would have sold well back then, but now it's an era where the internet is changing things.
No, saying Asakura Kuru has no chance only applies to certain scenes. Absolutely, this is just about certain scenes. Even Aoki and Jobin agree that's how it is in the internet era. Because now you can freely access that kind of information yourself. That's why boxing is also like that.
With dogs and all.
Just piling things up like that doesn't really work anymore.
It's not working anymore. Well, that's true. So it's really a bit hard to sell. It's difficult. For example, Asakura Kuru was said to be on that level. Suzuki Chiyonaga was said to be wounded, so the strongest one will challenge Shaydulaev.
So you can't complain about that, right? Isn't that a way to promote things? If it's decided, if it's decided, Asakura Mikuru is also really good at promotion methods.
He's skilled at it. Yeah, he always does something.
I think he'll help us, but I'm unsure how it'll turn out. Still, I'm looking forward to New Year's Eve.
Yeah, right. Chef Asakura Mikuru, is there going to be a title match? Well, I mentioned it a bit during the live stream, but I was just joking when I said that. But if it's decided that I'll face Asakura Miku on New Year's Eve, well, I guess Shiraifu will probably win. Well, let's say I go to the UFC, then, since Asakura Kai moved up to bantamweight, Asakura Kyoga is at bantamweight.
With Bull, right? Huh? Defeat him, and then challenge UFC champion Marab. That's the plan. I don't think that's necessary, Asakura Kai is doing well in the UFC, so I want him to succeed. I don't need to fight Shaydulaev. If Shaydulaev joins the UFC, maybe next time I'd like to face a striker I have good chemistry with. Yeah, well, aside from that, then he'll go to the UFC eventually. There's no way such a strong fighter would stay in RIZIN. He's aiming to be the best in the world. That's why. Yes, that's exactly why he's so strong. Yeah, so I don't think he'll stay in RIZIN for long. After his next fight, or maybe 2 or 3 more fights, he'll be gone. Yeah, Kura, maybe just wait until then, I see. Champion?
If you want to become champion, yeah. I think that's the best way. The smartest
way.
Speaking of that incredible strength, that Hobaruto Satoshi.
Sosa. Ah, yes, he's already a living legend in the University of Southern California. Isn't he skilled enough to make it? He could, if he joined the UFC now.
But what about going to the UFC from now on?
Well, considering my age, they probably wouldn't accept me. I'm 36 after all. Yeah, that's how it is. It's at the UFC level, but becoming a champion? I don't think that's possible.
He could get into the rankings? Yeah, definitely. Yes, for sure. And he's strong.
He was strong, especially against Hori. It was almost an instant kill. It was just way too fast. The way he took the back. He was quick, and his tackles were too. He can grab that Laras. Amazing. So I kind of knew that Sosa would win. But yeah, I'm interested in how Hori will deal with his speed, striking, and sense of distance. That's what I was interested in. Nomura, you have a match next, right?
I couldn't see any of that at all, so I couldn't set anything up before, like...
I was already taken down. He showed overwhelming strength without leaving any openings. Yeah, that's right. I can't really use it as a reference.
There's nothing I can really learn from that, right?
That's why I'm rooting for Nomura-san, but it seems pretty tough for him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh, wait a second. Sosa, right? He's strong, isn't he? But, well, Pitbull is winning, against Sosa.
He used calf kicks, landed strikes, broke his spirit, and pumped him up.
He finished him with a choke. Very impressive that day.
Was all about control.
Choice?
His hand was hurt, but you mean he stopped due to the tackle? No.
Well,
What was it again? It was an illness.
was it that or was it an injury?
I forgot, but...
Where did that information come from?
It's from Twitter, so I don't know. I don't trust it at all. I can't trust it, but I don't trust it at all. But...
I've heard it somewhere before. Let me know in the comments.
As for credibility, the technology is but stopping a tackle.
Stopping the tackle can mean victory. That's true. And also,
That regime...
you lost once in that Reijin, right? Pachiki? Yes, that's a factor. If you avoid tackling and stick to ground techniques.
Yes, win by landing strikes. Well, everyone knows how to win, but still. But that's just striking.
Well, striking.
Level
The level is still.
was low. With Roberto Sacchi's control, well,
Yeah, his hitting has improved, right? You could say he covered his weaknesses now. But there's still a big difference in batting compared to Nomura, right? Yeah, that's how it is. But, if he gets caught in a clinch, it's a bit dangerous. Yeah, that's right. There's also a size difference, and it's actually quite a big size difference. It's tough with Nomura-san and Sosa, but I want Nomura-san to do his best. He'll improve even more at ATT.
he'll level up soon.
No doubt. He's fighting on New Year's Eve, right? I think so, but I'm not sure. He probably will. I'm kind of looking forward to it. Yeah, the lightweight and featherweight title matches. Well, Shaydulaev is,
Sakakibara, Chief Executive Officer.
but after the match, they're definitely going to ask about it at the press conference, right? Yeah, and then they'll ask what you're going to do about it.
I'll say it here, but won't do it, then repeat it.
I'll say it over and over again. Ha ha ha. But it's bad. Business. What kind of business? Of course. Sakakibara, the chief executive officer, tries to stop me, but I make it happen for Mirai Asakura. If I do it, it's really Mirai Asakura.
It's because I wanted to do it.
I really respect that, honestly.
But there's no chance of winning, but still,
There's no chance of winning, I admit that.
there's nothing else we can do, like that,
If we win like that, Koreshiniku,
it's bad, Karamofu, there's still a chance, right?
Karamafu is strong, but
Lamofu too? I don't think I can win.
But yeah, I don't think anyone feels like they can win. I really don't feel like I can win at all. That's why people keep talking about Mirai Asakura, but it's because he himself said he wants to do it. Yeah, right, others too, like Kazuhiro Suzuki.
He'd lose in the first round. Yeah, I think so. Like right away, he'd get taken down and that's it.
Even when it's normal, he'd take a punch and then get pounded. Guys who throw wide punches like that are finished from the start. Yeah, like Suzuki, he's stronger with overhands and hooks than straight punches.
That's where Hiramoto's really clean, straight punches come in and land.
At the same timing.
Yeah, he might go for it. Hiramoto has a real chance.
A chance.
But really, that's his one chance.
If that was a takedown miss, then it's over. It's really over. That's what it means. So unless you have some ability to fight on the ground to some extent, that's how it is. Such a one chance.
Chance.
To knock them out with a punch. That's not so easy, is it? I don't really have that much confidence in it.
That's tough, isn't it? Yeah, I think so. Well, I think it's pretty difficult. Yes.
Everyone.
So after that, Ogi...
You did it, Ogi-chan. No, really? That alone makes me happy. Yeah, I'm really, really happy. Ogio-san, you're seriously amazing. Yeah, really. It's been 8 years since the last hype video.
Finish.
Is that it? That's what was written, but that's not the point, right?
Really?
No, that's not it.
Jama...
Can you actually beat Tofu? I wonder about that sometimes. So, well, I really didn't think about fighting this year at all. Yeah, there were a lot of normal developments, right? Yeah, there really weren't any moments where I was keeping up. Yeah, because the batting average goes up and other factors. This time I kept up well.
Yeah, I worked hard.
To create a situation where I could keep up with them, Jama Sumecha was working hard. And didn't his arms seem long when the balance was off? He stood up like this, supporting his chest with a burst of strength. His core and physical strength were impressive, but still, just a little.
Bit by bit, even if he was stopped at first, he gradually got worn out. What I was really worried about before the match was stamina, because Gajamatov has all the advantages. His height, reach, youth, record, being undefeated, and even his speed.
Even though he had all those advantages, the fact that Oyo-san won is truly amazing. Well, experience is something Grandma has. Also, she has an advantage when it comes to grappling. But after all, Grandma is also good at striking defense. So when she moves around, which direction she turns, and when she turns, those things matter. She keeps her guard tight and moves carefully when danger is near or the distance is close. She's really good at those kinds of subtle details after all.
Well, I don't think it really gets across.
That's why Korisuniku left an opening. They made a mistake, turned the wrong way, and the opponent was different. Yeah, but in the end, it's those little details, those kinds of things. Small mistakes, they just don't forgive them. It's hard to land strikes because they stop the takedowns. They stop them. They really stop them. The commentators were getting excited, but Gachimato didn't even land any strikes. He dodged everything. Ribu. He locked or dodged almost all of them, somehow up.
Isn't he just too skilled vertically? Even if everyone thinks Kubo Taiki is awkward, it's not that he dodged, it's that Gacha missed.
He defended so efficiently and smoothly it made you think that way. And he couldn't even get his hand out. Of course, you have to be careful about that tackle too, but in the first place, he can actually land it. The distance and angle, not really.
It's amazing he never stays in one place.
He's really good. There are so many things amateurs can't see. When it comes to grappling, I can't really understand it that well, but you can really feel the weight of his top control. And also, the way he connects and lands those takedowns every time. The way he goes for them, it sometimes looks like he's not going all out for the takedown. Like, if he knows he can't get it here, he'll let go once, show he's going up, then go in again, and repeat that process. When he thinks he can get it, he really goes for it. It's not exactly a visible feint, but it's like he's trying to finish it with this one move here.
It's not that he absolutely has to finish it here. He can also give up and break away.
He can break away and try again, but his opponent must act decisively. That's it. If he goes all out there and gets stopped, he'll get tired too, but maybe you could call it a feint? I'm not sure, but for now, let's see.
Hende.
Physically, Gajamoto should be stronger, but it's still about how you use that strength.
And, of course, a lot of things change, so he's a veteran, right? You could say he doesn't waste his energy, so really it's like the true spirit of martial arts, Or maybe his technique is even younger, or rather, he has all sorts of things like that.
Beating such an opponent with skill is the romance of martial arts. Well, that's the base of martial arts, isn't it? Facing someone bigger than yourself.
To take down your opponent. The skill to take them down is called technique.
Technique.
In the past, though, with that guy too. Yeah, that one.
If you call this a fight or something, I really think you have no respect for martial arts. I don't know. For example, I've met Oiwa-san and we've gotten along, so it's interesting. After all, it just feels good to win for now. Even if development is boring, that's what makes it interesting. Still, outsiders don't even know Gajima Tofu. And if they don't know the backstory either, even if they say this match is boring, I kind of understand. Well, that's true.
But still,
San is praised after retiring. That's the kind of pattern, right? Well, that's definitely true. That's why Mayweather also got called boring and stuff like that while he was active. True, and now he's pretty much retired. Yeah, and when you watch the highlights, you see how amazing this guy is and really feel his defense. Mayweather's technique is incredible. It really made me think Defense Dog is amazing. Well, Oiwa-san too, after everything was over.
After seeing their results, people will probably think, isn't this person incredible?
Yeah, that's how it is. There are things like that. Michael Jackson is like that too, and honestly, almost everyone is like that. Boxers are like that too, and so is Ali. After it's over, you realize how amazing they are.
People often say, hey, he was amazing. Like, that happens a lot in martial arts and other combat sports. Well, it seems like that's the case with entertainment as a whole, especially with painters and such.
Yeah.
That's something you often hear, right? It's the same with musicians too, like Mozart.
He died in extreme poverty and all, but
now,
isn't he already a legend?
Picasso is kind of like that too.
That's right.
I'm sure it's not Picasso. Gogh painted the Mona Lisa.
Was it? The Mona Lisa was painted by Leonardo da Vinci. He's a bit different. It's someone else, someone different.
I heard about that once.
I've heard about that. After he died, it became his art, which is silly but makes people happy. That's just how it is. Daiki-chan, if you end up like that too, it would be a bit...
I want to look forward to it.
Right, yeah, so it's decided. Win.
That fight was on New Year's Eve. With Moto, yes, with Motoya, and also, yes, something like that. The other day, when I interviewed Ojigubo, well, Shinju is really on a roll, but Motoya, he's a roster member.
They say he's strong late in matches, and that's what happened. Toya proved it. But he did put in more effort at first, didn't he? Compared to usual, Motoya seemed to be trying a bit harder at the start. Did Shinju take the lead at first? She got on top, stood up, and Motoya was really trying to put on the pressure, trying to get it back right away.
That's what he was doing. Yeah. Delicious, delicious, delicious. Thank you very much.
That wasn't the case. Yeah, when it came to striking, Motoya was really pressing forward. The new fighter, when I watched his previous matches, he was good with straights and his left knee, and he was good at turning too, but this time, he couldn't do any of that at all. Somehow, on the contrary, I was really tired from the scrambles and stuff, and I wanted to win more in the grappling aspect. That's the feeling I got, I think. Just striking as usual.
At first, I thought I was supposed to be better at striking, but this time, it was a little different. Honestly, from what I saw standing in the ring...
Tanny seemed to have a pretty big difference between his left and right sides, and I think that played a part. Yeah, maybe it did, but I'm not really sure. The new guys are faster and sharper.
Yeah.
Watching the game, even though I won, I felt like I couldn't make the most of those strengths. Motoya fights very skillfully, that's true.
Overall, just a bit. Overall, in every aspect.
In every area.
The new players are a bit better.
It felt like they turned things around, right? But the new players, that guillotine.
The guillotine doesn't work. They tried it 3 times, and each time...
Somehow, I was sure that move was locked in. You know?
Kick it.
You held out well. Motoya versus Oji Kubo. This is a rematch, right? Yes. They previously fought in the bantamweight division, and it was an exciting match.
It was a great fight, though.
Since then, they went separate ways and became different fighters. Now they're reuniting. Yeah. So, as for how the match will play out...
I don't think it'll be that exciting, but it's pretty cheap.
It's going to be a chess match kind of game. Today's show. What do you think after watching Mansu? Which one? I think Mr. Okikubo. I think he'll win. But somehow both of them. Which one? I wonder how it'll go, but I don't think either one will win overwhelmingly. Yeah, but maybe Daiho has a slight edge. Maybe just slightly in almost every aspect, really. He surpasses in everything. That's the feeling I got, so I'm looking forward to it. But you never know. It'll be an interesting match.
Yeah, right. Well, still, for martial arts fans, it'll be an interesting match. Yeah, I guess that's all I can say. What I thought was interesting was Motoya and Shinryu. Well, Hirotani and Motoya, they're not exactly the same, but I thought their matches were pretty similar. Yeah. When Hirotani got the back, he seemed ready to finish, but couldn't, so he won by decision. And then Shinryu had the guillotine, like he was about to finish it too. He couldn't finish it, but won by decision. Yeah, so...
That's kind of Motoya's way of winning, you know, like when he wins a match, that's usually how it goes. Yeah, I see. Well, yeah, that's true. He was good. It's a tough loss for Arata, though. That's true. Every time when it comes to being called the top, it's like just a little bit out of reach. That's how it is, right? Horiguchi, Oikubo, Matoya. It's always just a little bit out of reach. Yeah. You're still young. Everything's ahead of you.
That's what I mean. Yeah, that's right. Well,
I was really surprised, Asen. Really.
he's a good person for sure.
Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. Today was a big win.
It was a big win. I thought, wow, he's strong.
I really wanted to see him face Shin. He honestly seemed even stronger than Zulu. Zulu just went straight in, that kind of performance. Yeah, I didn't expect him to win so easily. It was one-sided.
To win in such a one-sided way like that?
I was a bit surprised, yeah. Next with Hirotani.
If you do it, it won't be interesting. Center, bus, Hirotani. Yeah, but, right. It's a move, right? I see. That's why. Gacha and Tofu, AA.
Yeah, that's why it's a reserve.
So next is...
Isn't it the finals? Yeah. So if one person from the finals drops out, Sin is out. Yes, that's before the match. The match.
Before heading towards...
But just in case as a reserve?
I'll set up a match.
Yeah.
Oh, I get it. This is the same.
Right? That's true. Yeah. Oh, then?
Yeah, anyone is fine. Let's just go with Gacha Tofu.
Gacha Tofu. Yeah, that's a bit strong.
Isn't that too much? But yeah. Right? I knew it. Oh, well, that's true. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Gacha and Tofu too. That's nice. Well,
arcade games. If only we could turn that into Gacha Tofu. Man.
We can't do it. Yeah, that's what I think. Somehow, even Gacha is like Tofu. Yeah, it's already a big win.
You need a big win at the arcade. Big win.
A big win. A big win. But when I see this, well, it feels like a good victory. That's how it is, right? Physically, they're really strong. That's why,
Yeah, so that's why Gacha Luck is like the most.
In the end, stop it. That's right.
Right?
It feels like it surpasses it.
That's the impression I get.
And Sabatero, it's delicious. I'll have this. Super tasty. You like Baigas too? I do. It's really good. Ah, this is delicious. It's really good. If you didn't tell me it was protein, I wouldn't know. I'd just drink this as juice. It's super tasty.
Yeah, it's delicious. You know how a lot of protein drinks have that powdery taste? This one doesn't have that. Yeah, I'm really happy about that. Yeah, it's healthy and delicious. VITAS protein is number 1. Get VITAS from the description box. Next time, I might do it with Naoki Hiroi.
But if you don't want to make Sabatoro the champion, absolutely this...
I think this title match shouldn't be given. But honestly, that would definitely make Ryzen fans angry. I see, but Naoki Inoue is really...
He's not good with that type, in my opinion.
That's what I think, yeah. Against these physically strong, aggressive fighters, it might be a bit tough for him. They don't hold back and they don't read the atmosphere. Yeah, they tend to make the fight pretty intense.
Yeah, for the opponent. I don't think it's good for Naoki Uenioki.
It's better when they're the kind who swap techniques with you, right? Even if you land a jab, it feels like they just walk right through it, like it's nothing. He's big in, wrestling. Naoki, Inoue, and Pez. I don't think he's as hard to take down as Sato, though. Sawatero. However, if Sawatero takes it, I don't think Naoki Inoue will be able to get back up as skillfully as Sato did. Yes, that's why it's interesting in that aspect.
It becomes a fascinating exchange.
That's what happens. Yeah, in this match,
Chaji 2-1.
Sato versus Sawatero was 2-1, right?
Was this 2-1? It was a split, right?
Yeah, that's right. That's how it was.
That's how it was, right? Judge, what are you looking at? How does that become a split?
Please don't ask me. I don't know, but it's fine either way. Well, but honestly, from my perspective, it looked like Sawatero won overwhelmingly. So like RY Zinspo.
I really think the point system isn't good. Honestly, you can't really choose freely. Yeah. Choose...
You can choose too much. Well, I wonder if that's really okay.
Maybe it's bad, but I did put some power into my soccer kick.
There was a moment like that.
Right? You heard that?
There was a moment like that. So that would count as a damage point, probably. Well, I don't think that's the case. But so that's why you could call it a near miss, but I don't know. The judges, you have to look at the scorecards. Rin Hiramoto, not Rin Hiramoto.
Joe, that Cho of Tomizawa?
If that hook didn't land and you're asked which one was closer to a finish, it's overwhelmingly that one. But it's not always the same judge, and even with the same judges, since they're using the same rule system, if there's no clear standard for what counts as a damage point, they can just pick however they feel like. That's why it's not good. The rules are the rules, and that's how they score, right? So doing it equally regardless of the fighter, that's how it should be, I guess. But with the current system, it's like, oh, let's do it this way in this situation. And then, okay, let's do it that way in that situation. Yeah. I don't think that's good, but if that's what round must is, that's what happens. You give points to each side, and after 3 rounds, see which wins.
Who took more?
Is what's usually decided, but this is going to be a total match.
So
it's a system where you can do whatever you want with the mood or atmosphere. Well, that's not good, because with that, Sato wins.
what if Sato wins?
What? No. The whole venue would be in chaos, right? But Agushi,
But Sato's break points are just not good. I mean, no matter how you look at it, Sabatero is winning, right? Well, that's true. Right? Yeah, exactly. So it doesn't really feel like a formal match. So on the other hand, how should I put it? In this kind of total must situation, well,
feeling like this person won is probably best rather than focusing on points or damage. Well, in this match, this person won, maybe because of damage or aggression. Wait, if you just divide that into each round, then that's fine, right?
is that so? Yeah, not overall. Yeah, that's right. That's what I think. It's fairer to use this point system, well, to use a scorecard. Yes, Yarutani, the athlete,
He puts his life on the line.
he's doing it with everything he's got.
That's why. In a world where everything changes depending on winning or losing, it's strange to have things influenced by some weird judging points. Yeah, that's true. It's not really reassuring. In those 15 minutes, if you had to pick just one moment, well, in those 15 minutes, if you had to choose just that one scene, then, well,
Sato was the one.
you could say he dealt even more damage, right? Yeah. But if you look at it overall,
Sawada was definitely
Morkana,
tag, so he won.
yeah, if you watch those 15 minutes, you'll think, who won? Right? That's how it is. Sabatero-chan, somehow everyone just feels like, yeah, this person won. Yeah, it's interesting, right? That way of thinking is kind of interesting, isn't it? Like, yeah, the one who dealt more damage in those 15 minutes, well, in that moment, yeah, well, it's Sato. But if this match, for example, had no time limit, then you'd wonder which one would have finished it. Well, Sabatero-chan, yeah, about that time.
Is running out.
At that point, yes, we have to stop here. But from here,
It continues. Yeah, which one takes it? That way of thinking, I feel like that's how it used to be a long time ago. Yeah, that's right, kind of. But I actually think that way is more accurate. So in total, I think that way is more accurate. You think so too, right? Somehow you just feel like this person won. That's about it. So in total,
yeah, with the score after all of this,
if you look at it as a single round and ask who did more damage, honestly, Shoko Sato's soccer kick was the most significant. Shoko Sato's.
to Sato,
People just say Shoko Sato, the kick Sabate fighter, won, right?
instead, I believe it's better without a point system. Just say, this person won. That's the best way, in my opinion. If absolutely necessary, but without clear rules. After all, for the athletes, coming up with strategies and figuring out how to score points is also a skill, honestly. So,
If you don't even know how to score points, it's a bit of a problem.
there are some issues. That's a separate matter.
Related.
It's not related. I'm just watching Raizu as usual. So do what you like. Do as you please. But 2 against 1 was a bit nerve-wracking, right? That's true. But, well, rather than nerve-wracking, I was surprised. I was honestly surprised. That's how it felt. The Umeno versus Ashizawa match was interesting. Umezawa, sorry. I said Umeno instead of Umezawa. Umeno versus Ashizawa. I expected Umeno's knees to be stronger, but Ashizawa's were better. Clearly, he practiced neck moves and takedowns a lot and was very aware of them. That's why? Maybe his knee strike form wasn't that good? Yeah, exactly. Ashizawa landed that pinpoint knee, something like that. At the same time as Umeno-san's punch, he timed his elbow as well.
Like with the elbow inside.
That's normal. You try to punch an elbow at the same time, right? That's impressive.
It was effective. Yes, several things.
Yeah, to finish it with one shot.
It's amazing how much effort you're putting into it. You're really dedicated to your studies, aren't you? Yes.
That's right.
Oh, you're talking about Mukai Dai, the champion, right? Yeah, well, he's an elite fighter after all. Yeah, right.
He's called the Giorandam champion. Well, he was an amazing athlete, so yeah. If he's doing mixed martial arts, does that mean he's taking it seriously? Well, you can tell he probably likes ground techniques too. He really does it in his own style as much as possible. If he wants to reach the top, instead of just focusing on submissions, he should stop being just a striker and make use of his striking skills. That kind of style is better.
Even more in the end.
I can do it more definitively. I think that's the feeling I get, but still, like, the fact that they're trying to set things up properly like that is something I can respect.
That's how it turned out. Yes, martial artist.
Right, yeah, that's true. I guess he just really likes martial arts. Yeah, well, it was interesting, yeah. Ashizawa, right? Shouldn't you just appear on Breaking Down already? Yes, thank you. You'll definitely become a superstar.
Kid.
Let's do Breaking Down. Yeah, I really think so. Yeah, is the character interesting? Yeah, definitely. Ashizawa is really hyping things up, but it's all about the character, right? But if you win there, is it interesting? It's more than that. It's about being accepted. Yeah, if you keep losing with that character every time, people just think you're an idiot, right? That's how it is. From my perspective, as someone who watches martial arts, that's the impression I get. Yeah, it's just a joke. It's just a clown. Yeah, that's really how it seems. But if they're strong, or rather if they're actually strong, if they win, yes. Even if they're not strong, if they win, yes. Somehow it makes me want to see them again next time, but well, that's how it is. But just an idiot's saying all kinds of stupid things.
And then they lose. That's how it feels. So the match...
It was amazing. I don't want to criticize them, but somehow this character...
I don't really feel like getting on board with it anymore.
I just can't really get into it anymore. Honestly, it's kind of like an expiration date, you know? Winning is important, right? I feel like it's kind of over for me. Sort of. It ends up being the same as what breakout players are doing, right? That's true. So yeah, it was kind of like, well, you know, yeah, that's pretty much how it was. I've liked Tomizawa for a while now, and as for Joe, well, you know, he's Hiramoto-san's younger brother after all. I really wanted him to do his best, but, well, you know, it was an interesting match going all the way to round 2 and finishing with striking. That technique, Jono's really good at it. And his striking too, Jono's really good, yeah, that's right. But, you know, Tomizawa has a strong spirit and Jono tends to back up too much, always trying to match counters and fight that way. I think if he just moved forward properly, he could definitely beat Tomizawa. Yeah, but that's just my personal opinion. This countering style while backing up. Tenchi used to be very popular. It was a big trend. Yeah, kickboxing.
In the kickboxing world,
That's right. I think that trend even spilled over a bit into mixed martial arts as well. But in the end, moving forward is the most advantageous. Yeah, that's the absolute basics, the basics of basics. Well, basics. Even in Kyoppeijumu, I really have to say it every single time. Moving forward is beneficial, so do it and your opponent. Force your opponent to retreat and throw combinations. There's no reason to back off yourself. I prefer to keep pressing forward, so actually, Tomi, that's something you're really good at, I see. Yeah. You also use high and front kicks to the body, so you have many tools like Osenshu. Yes, I thought I could totally win, even with striking. I could win with punches and high kicks too. No problem.
yeah, it's just like southpaw versus southpaw. Yeah, this jab.
A sideways high kick like this is no problem. You can definitely pull off those techniques too. Let's discuss various techniques. Joe showed it in this match too, but the timing of when to use it and, well, having the confidence to do it, for example, at Shedarafu's feet, doing things like 1, 2, 3 like that. You don't throw punches, right? If you could throw punches like that, they would definitely have more impact. You know, you could make them even more effective.
They should be more effective.
With punches, that's just my personal opinion from the outside.
Just from what I see.
That's just how I see it, yeah. But it was already a good match.
Yeah, you know, Tomizawa Senshu,
Takeru has a certain presence, doesn't he?
kind of.
Ah, that's true. How should I put it? That sense of being alive or something like that.
Players who win with sheer spirit, like a Terminator.
It has a Terminator vibe, right?
Terminator. That's right, always moving forward.
In the end, he finishes it like that. It also seems like he's really enjoying it, Takeru. Ah, that might be it, right? It's similar.
It's like he wants even more of it. Yeah, just a bit. That kind of vibe.
Does it feel like we're drinking the same protein? Are we on the same diet?
I wonder. It's kind of similar somehow.
Speaking of protein, it's VITAS, right? Yes, VITAS. The world's #1 protein. Please get it from the description below. It's super delicious. Yeah, that's right. Tomizawa is a player I want to watch in the future. He still has great potential. He has greater potential than Jono.
Given his age, equipment, and skill, I really want him to do his best. That's right.
And Tomizawa, too, I wonder what's going to happen with him from now on. Well, I saw in a thumbnail that he wants to have a rematch with Shinozuka, but still, that would be exciting. But honestly, I don't think he can win Shinozuka at bat. Since he's good at hitting, maybe he can handle tackles and stuff. I don't really know how it'll turn out, but still, not really sure. Show us in this game.
Not sure, but if it becomes a slugfest, it could get one-sided.
Shinozuka will win, you know? Yeah, he's really good. That's right. He's incredibly skilled.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes, that happened. Last time it was the open-fingered kick, right? It'll probably be a similar match again. No one is going for a takedown.
But yeah, that happened too. No, but yeah, that happened. No, but yeah, that was there. No, but that happened too.
Yeah, that happened. No, but that happened. No, it was a great tournament, right? Shedoraifu Satoge was just too strong, so I'm glad Oji Hisashi won. The only thing is that the newcomer was a bit outside of my prediction, of course, so I was like, oh, I see. But it was a wonderful and interesting tournament, and I'm looking forward to November as well. That's right, I'd like to hear your opinion, so please comment. I've said this twice, but let me repeat it once more.